Hi teachers, this will cover if you are entering your grades on Faculty Web. I want to talk through a few things about where your grades and grade books needs to go versus the report card tab. With the end of the first quarter that's just behind us, we had some teachers that went in and actually inserted some things onto this report card, and we want to talk about this report card area right over here is just for report card use, like not for modifying their grades, not for inputting grades here. This is like where the report card that's generated from your grade book is put and stored. So this report card area right here is not to be used when you are inputting grades. This is where all of the information that you and all of the other teachers come and it compiles here. So when you put in your grades, you are going to go to the grade book. And I'm going to choose my class. And you always have to set up, you have to have categories before you can have an assignment. So categories would be like a category of a test, category of a quiz, category of participation, category of homework. And then the assignment would be like quiz from chapter 1, quiz from chapter 2, quiz from chapter 3, and so on. And then assignments in a test unit 1, test unit 2, etc. So you always have to have a category, which is the overall area, and then assignments go from that. You cannot put grades on categories, you can only put grades on assignments. So you can go ahead and add a category. I will call this category class participation. You can put a description if you want, and then what terms it applies to, and then you can save and exit. Then you will need to add an assignment to that. So it's telling you need to check a category for the assignment to belong to. So I clicked on the categories which are listed over here. So I will click on quizzes, and then I can add the assignment. And you can add quiz 1 or whatever you want to call it, and put in a description, the date it's assigned, the date it's due, published to the lesson plan. So this will automatically put it onto the lesson plan, which will save a lot of time of not having to do those lesson plans separately. And then any comments you need to add, and then you would hit save and either save or save and exit out. I'm not going to save this because I don't want that put on to my kids' grades in my class. But again, you would add the category. Save and exit. And again, that would add your categories. You have your categories listed over here. You would click on them, then click on to add your assignment. Put in your title, put in your description, the date assigned, the due date, and save and exit. And then once you have all of those in, you are able to actually put in their grades. And then to put in grades, you will need to have assignments in prior to being able to enter grades. So I will go to class participation and I'm going to add an assignment. And I'm going to date it on Wednesday's date because we meet on Wednesday. So I'm going to call it 11/9/2016, and it's if they were in gave class participation. And the date it was assigned was the 9th, and it's also due that same day. I'm not going to publish it to my lesson plan because it's really just for a class participation, so I'm not going to do that. And then I'm going to hit save. And then because I hit save instead of save and exit, it just goes to the very next one. So I would just go ahead and go in and put my next date in, or whatever it was that I was desiring to put in. This time I'm going to save and exit. So now I have 2 of my assignments within my category of class participation. Then to put in the grades, I would just click on the student's name in the column that it needs to be, and I would put in the value. Everyone was present that day, and everyone gave good participation, and my son David is actually my test to see if it shows up on the database, but he's actually not enrolled in there, so I will not give him any participation grade. But then now it is in there. Oh, and it's on the wrong date because I realized that has not even happened yet. So you can just click on them and delete. And I will put them in the correct fields. Okay. And then you will go down and you would update average. And that updated the gradebook for that. So one of the biggest things to keep in mind is that when you put in grades, even at the end of the semester, we need to put them under the gradebook tab and not use this report card area. This report card area is to auto-fill in from the combination of all of their different classes, and it's more for reference than for any one teacher use. It does take your information and compile it all into this report card, but again, we are not using the report card area to be inputting any type of grading. We're using the grade book area. Thanks, and we appreciate all your hard work.